Hey everyone, I'm Thunder Sister 4 here, and today we're going to continue on some more Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. On PC. Now we're here on the second island, the Hazardous Wastes. I forgot to mention that the first island was where else? Insanity Island 2020. But hey, before we even get to that, there are some more things I wanted to show off. I kinda wish I wasn't so very hasty on the first part. First off, the level stats. This is where you could check out all the stuff that you're missing within each level. Going to be very important when we get to playing this. They even show you how many gems it needs to unlock a skin. There's a reason for that, unfortunately, but we'll get to that later. You can also check out the entire game progress here, where you can see there's 38 of those I have to collect, and 228 gems. 200! This is more than all of the Insane Trilogy combined when it comes to collecting gems. But let's not worry about that. Let's get on the real grind here.
So, we need the other masks to close the rifts?
Correct. Now, my brother Akano is around here somewhere.
Welcome to the show,
Looking for your precious mask. Behold the aforementioned putts.
Don't worry. We have a thing where we fight, he loses. It's a well-established dynamic.
Not this time. I've got a backstage pass for you to get up close and personal with my weapon of mass percussion. I'm ready to rock.
Ah yes. Our first of the 4 quantum masks on Iloli. So this is pretty much the main thing I guess you could say about Crash 4 here, is the whole time and space.
At the War Palace. Get ready for a killer performance.
I don't plan on listening to all of that, by the way. But yes, this is the main thing about Crash 4 that separates it from the trilogy. Other than everything else I've mentioned that separates it from the trilogy. But anyway, this one actually takes you to several different, I guess 2 different layers of dimensions. And you can actually see this on the costume itself. Which, I like the costume that it gives you for the quantum mask. Be quiet. I'm just not too big of a fan that it basically swaps you to default. And you'll know what I mean once we get to later parts of the level. I was about to say, I didn't miss that. But something else I want to talk about is this game's music is kind of all over the place, but in a really good way. Actually kind of reminds me of Rafa Cortex in that sense. Because like, even though Warped is the better of the 2 games, in terms of music, I do love how much more varied that Rafa Cortex is with its levels, as opposed to just playing the same music just because it's the same time period kind of deal. And then there's also grinding, which I'm gonna be honest, I actually just finished playing Ratchet and Clank earlier, so seeing this is actually kind of sending me on a whiplash that I'm actually playing a Crash game of grinding of all things. Which stay tuned on that one. Maybe I don't know about Ratchet and Clank on that one, but yeah, this is actually pretty freaking nice. So now it's time for the stuff that's not so nice, and I can actually use this level as a good way to demonstrate this. We're gonna get to the part I'm referring to with this, and this actually does have something to do with the gems in this game. We'll get to that later. Very soon, rather, but I'm still calling it later. Oh my god. I don't want to have to deal with that collectible again. The one thing I really do not want to have to deal with this in particular is dying. Dying is actually very painful in this game compared to... I was gonna say the entire trilogy, but then Crash 1 exists. And that's unfortunately where they got this whole one collectible from anyway. But yeah, it's pretty much like you don't want to die in this game. Especially if you're playing on the PS4 and Xbox One version of the game. And yes, all of what I'm saying does have something to do with that collectible, but we're gonna save that until we get there. Quiet. No laughing. I gotta say, I really do like the overall tone that this game has. This feels nice, you know? I actually do kind of wish I was recording this on Saturday, so like it feel like I'm basically playing a freaking Saturday morning cartoon, which is probably the best way I can compare this whole game to. And you know, I actually did have a discussion on this about this with a friend of mine over on Discord. Could you imagine if a game like this, like Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, came out on the PS2 when all stuff like this was the norm? Like, not just the grinding, not just the ropes, but like this game's tone as a whole. Like, I know there's been more on a focus on edge and all that, but look, let's focus on the stuff on like this general genre, especially with Crash. I think it would have been really nice to see how this game would have looked on PS2. Probably not like all this, but unfortunately I can't really say Rafa Cortex is a good incentive on this. No matter how many times I joke about that game being the real Crash 4. I mean, it is, so. But yeah, they even added music just for grinding. Ain't that freaking nice? I can't help it. It's my nature to jump. It's a platformer. But yes, here's one thing about this collectible. So, with this one collectible, one of the requirements is that you have to hit all the boxes. I'm not talking about the box gem, by the way. I'm talking about that other one we collected earlier. I'll go into the more specifics when we get into it later, but basically, we just have to collect all the boxes. Oh my god. Unfortunately, even though they are masked like Aku Aku, they don't provide any type of additional hit points. You're just gonna have to hold that one. So, the bonuses... Admittedly, I'm not too big of a fan of the bonuses in this game. Like, they're cool. Like, they're really cool. Early game. But when we get later into the whole game schematics, it starts to wear on you, honestly. But yes, do you see right here, in this game, they had not one, but 2 hidden crates over here? Like, you saw that, right? What is up with Engine? Like, this is more... I've heard more of him cooking on this than I have on CTR Nitro Fuel, where he had a literal chef outfit. And that was actually one of my favorite skins in Engine 2, ironically enough. But yeah, the whole reason this game isn't going to be like... Well, actually, no, it is going to be long, because playing through this in terms of like the playthrough style like this, it's going to be long. Like, I'm just going to let you know this right now, is that because of the way I'm trying to play this, even with this format, it's going to be a pretty long playthrough. I'm trying to make it as short as possible, but there's only so much I can do. Okay. I see the gem up there. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that you can actually move the camera very slightly with the right stick? Okay. And yes, he's right. The show has only begun. Nice! We even got the rocket head. So, I'm gonna swap through the costumes in this. I don't think I have mods that go over the official skins in this game. All I do know is that I do have some. Pretty much just cosmetic stuff. That's about it. God, 11 minutes and it's only been just the first level of the game. We still got 2 more and on top of that the boss. Yeah, that's a boss. I'm gonna play with this first and then I'm gonna let Crash wear that outfit, the rocket head outfit for the boss. I'm gonna let him be the one to do that one. Oh boy, I forgot about these flashback tapes. Like, I legit forgot everything about these flashback tapes. So basically, this game actually has like lore pieces that go with how Crash and Coco were conceived in the original games. Hence the term flashback. But, which by the way, I absolutely love the touch that they're actually VHS tapes. Like, most people would, well, maybe not most people, but people within this time, like nowadays, oh my goodness. It just feels so weird saying that that's a flashback now. A sign of getting older, I suppose, but frick. Oh my god, he turned around. Look at that. They put boxes in here and there's no indicator for this. So evil. But yeah, I really want to be careful here because, like, I think this is actually the first level where we actually put that red gem we collected earlier to good use. Again, look at that. You're gonna want to get used to using this camera, by the way, even if it doesn't look that conventional to use. Like, seriously, it looks like it just barely goes anywhere. That's probably like my main irk with the, in terms of my one and only irk with the control in this game. Like, the camera, it's a nice feature, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be really utilized unless I absolutely have to. And there are going to be instances where I have to. I'm not going to mention them here because that would be spoiling. Where is that? Okay. Oh, frick. I really don't want to hit that TNT. I really don't know what I honestly really don't even know what I'm hitting here. What? Oh my god. I'm gonna just keep this rolling, so. Now you're probably wondering, my dude, it's just one death. Why are you running on this already? Relax. You'll know why soon enough. Yeah, but see, now it works no problem. What the heck was that? It's like I kind of got clipped by something. But of course, only after I fall it starts working. But hey, it means we get to look at more of this beautiful level and actually get down with the vibes of this level's music. Okay, I just want to make sure that the controls work. Oh no, I forgot I have to configure the controls too. Oh frick. Alright. So, for some reason, they put the mask's power, the one that I was using earlier, on the Y button, where I'm used to this being the Y button being used to check out the heads up display, you know, for stuff like the gems and all that. Gems, the boxes, the lives. Wait, frick! Oh my god, they really hit that freaking box right there. Alright, let's just keep it rolling. At this point, I'm also just play the level. Blood! I can't believe I really missed a crate like that. Like, it was right there, too. What? I hit... Oh, you know what? I probably touched the chainsaw part. That's probably what hit me. Oh my god! Now, even though I'm not able to get the Wumper Fruit on this, I get the box gem on this, I am still going to get the Wumper Fruit just for that gauge. Okay, this time away. There we go. What the heck was that?
Just make it quick this time.
I do actually like one thing though, that they kind of retained from the original trilogy. Whenever you hit an enemy, they don't just like shrink or disappear or whatever. No, they go... frick. No, what they do in this game is that they go fully out of their way to freaking... I don't want to hit that yet. To spin into another enemy. That little combo that you see from older Crash games, which honestly feels a little underappreciated in my opinion. But God, I can't believe that. I can't believe I still have to... Not only did I die, I missed a crate, so... Oh, good lord. So, if anyone remembers Crash 2, anyone else feel like there's a little Crash 2 going on here? No? Just me? Wait. There's something missing here. Hold on. There it is. Look at that. They hid boxes in the freaking bonus levels too. You're not safe from that. Okay, I think we're actually just about nearing the end for this level. I really did not want to hit that, but guess what? There's a crate up there again. Now, just like what I said about Fusion Frenzy, there's probably going to be a time where we just put like a whole listening session to this whole game. Is it going to be anytime soon? Probably not. That I can't guarantee you. So, do you remember what I said earlier where one of the collectibles, the one of the gems, is actually you having to make sure you go through this level 3 times, like without dying 3 times, or rather, I don't know. I actually don't even know. Like, is it 3 times without dying 3 times, or is it dying 3 times or less? Like, I know it said 3 lives or less, but I don't know if that's actually the case for the actual dying part.
But you'll only need the edge, because this show will melt your face off.
All that for a box, by the way. Wait! Ah! Well, I'm gonna find out now, huh? Let's just keep going, cause I already got them. I already meet the requirements for that third Wumpa, for that third Wumpa Tooth gem. Okay, and there's the end of the level. I missed that one box from up there with the extra lives, and the one from that grind rail section. I can't believe this. Okay, so it's 3 max. Got it. I wasn't really paying attention to that part, unfortunately. But yes, the flashback tapes. We'll get to that once I I think they actually open up as soon as we finish the level here. Yep, flashback tapes unlocked. Rewind time back to the 90s, baby. Play flashback tapes to experience Crash and Coco's training in Neo Cortex's test chamber. They're not that great. I'm gonna be the first one to probably just say this out front. They're not that great. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to do that level again for that box jump. It's best I say that for later. If you've played this, you know why. Now, hit the road, which honestly sounds like a good CTR level to be playing right now. Which is funny because it actually does look like this level actually does very vaguely resemble. I was about to say Mad Max, but freaking. God dang it, how did I forget his name? I was just talking about it. Megamix, there we go. But this music though, wait a minute. I'm actually going to be quiet so y'all can hear just beautiful. If you haven't already, especially if you're a fan of Crash, I do recommend buying the soundtrack for this game. Like the game itself too, but of course the soundtrack. Now look at this. Now this is actually pretty neat. Just being able to look at it like this, like, oh man, I kind of wish that the enemy didn't spin into it. But basically, this is our first encounter with what is called basically a, I don't know what it's actually called, but I'm just gonna call it like a trap crate, where you basically, is it this level? No, it's not. But basically, it's like, it's like a crate, of course, but just like with Minor Mew, where it's the one that spins in this game, it spews fire. Like, seriously, a crate that spews fire sounds actually pretty great. Okay. There's a reason for this. And there's the reason. Now, if there's one thing that this game does retain from with the bonuses, is that dying here does not take away any, does not count any deaths here, so take your time with that one. I'll talk about this part right here at the end of this level. God, I just realized this is already almost 30 minutes and I'm only on the third of the 4 levels here. If I were to do this like the 3 levels, maybe it could have worked. But yeah, look at this, look at this. They spew fire. Look at that! Okay. Aku Aku's right there too. And then you have these sections here where you have to jump diagonally. If you're not used to playing the game with analog controls, I would suggest this be the game that you get accustomed to that, because this game really wants to rub in the fact that you're playing this on 3D. Like, there's 2D sections, yeah, but you're playing this on 3D. Failing internal organs. Oh, frick! Actually, is there a way I could turn off the... Okay, there's no bloom in this game. I guess I could turn on motion blur for this. For just this one instance, because there's actually a section in the game where I think it actually favors motion blur, but I think generally speaking, games. Wait, what? I pressed it. I pressed the mask button. I'm so sick. But anyway, that generally speaking, a lot of games pretty much look a lot better when you don't have the motion blur on. Oh my god. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm already down to 2 deaths and I haven't even gone to the section I was referring to. Which isn't hard, mind you, it's just... Wait, can I do this? Can I do this? No! Oh my goodness. If I die again, I might actually have to restart this whole level. Which again, isn't that hard because it's not that long a level compared to the other 2. Okay, we're gonna play the patience game and just wait for it to come back down. Which thankfully it does. Now I've gotta get all the way up there, but the question is how? Can't go up there to do it. I think through up here, maybe? I just go wait for the fire. God, you really gotta stretch out the slide, which actually is a really cool change, is because, like, when you slide, you don't go downwards a little bit and hit the TNTs. You can actually slide on the TNTs without it blowing up. Because when you slide, you go on a straight line. Like that. Ah, yes, the trailer shot. Now, this part is the scary one here, because, like, on top of going downwards, they put these flame things over here too. These flamethrowers. Okay, you cannot tell me this is not an homage to Twitch. Like, look at it. Look at it. It literally even has the eyes. It has Twitch's eyes. Okay, here we go. Ah, yes. One thing that Crash is definitely famous for is his chase sequences. And this is no different. Although, I don't think there's actually that many chase sequences in this game. I think there's actually fewer in this game than there are in Final Mutant, I think. Which, I'm not really sure on that yet. In fact, no, not Final Mutant. I was thinking of Twin Sanity. There we go. I have Final Mutant on the brain just because I actually completed that now. Before we go anywhere, here's how you get the next gem. You hit this trash can for a remote control. You hit the remote control, responds a little that goes backwards for some reason. You hit it, it goes into that nitro. Green color gem. Now let's go, because part 2 of this insane truck. Now I know we're all thinking about the truck chase sequence, but it's not like that. It would be pretty cool if you could do tricks in the ball though. But I can't imagine seeing this in a hamster ball, then I end up seeing Coco or Crash doing the freaking pose from Sonic Adventure. Oh my god. Like, I actually do want to see that. I actually want to see that now. I don't even know why I mentioned that, because I actually legit want to see that. Okay. This should be all the boxes. Oh yeah, so this BS. Believe it or not, for some reason, in this game, in the bonus levels that has these nitro switches, they don't count towards the whole level. Like, if you hit this one but not the bonus one, you won't get all the nitro crates in the bonus levels. You only get it for the rest of the main level. Which, Why? Why is it like that? Why, game? Why? By the way, now we're finally here for the boss. Get over here, engine.
Alright, all you bloodthirsty lunatics. Put your freaky little hands together for... Rocket Head! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Prepare for a...
Okay, I do want to apologize if this level is actually really laggy for my system. There isn't too many laggy scenarios like this, thankfully. It's just this level in particular. Also, I really do like this boss, but because we're already all well over, what is it, 30 minutes, I'm just gonna have to use the exploit to get past this. Or at least try to. I don't know if it's gonna work on this version or not, because chances are they already patched it. Yeah, it looks like they patched it. God dang it. But yeah, so the... Ooh. What I'm going for is basically an exploit that allows you to go after engine right after being able to hit him for the first time. Like, I'll try to show it off again. But I don't know if it's been actually patched out or not. Maybe I just had like a bad position. Stuff like that do matter in the grand scheme of things. Okay, let me try it again. Okay, no, it still works. It still works. Let's go. So now we can skip through a lot of these scenarios and just play through the level. Somewhat like intended. What? You know what? Cheaters never prosper. Lesson learned. Because now I have to actually play through this whole level again. Which thankfully is still not that difficult. It's just, it would have been nice if I was just able to get through this just as quickly. Oh, and they always spawn them at the worst possible times. There we go. But yeah, even without the exploit, he's not really that tough. It's just a lot of jumping and ducking. It's this part you might need to be concerned about, because now you have a time limit to get to him.
My beautiful creation.
But yeah, sorry about the lag on that boss level. I didn't think it'd be that crazy intense on the system. When I first played it, it wasn't that bad. I think it might be just because I'm recording now. Regardless, we're here for Salty Wharf. 1717. I have no idea if there's any significance with that time frame. All I do know is that we're going to be going through more of this. So with that being said, that's Hazardous Wastes signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay insane, stay nitro fueled. Stay tuned to Jet Radio Live. And of course, as always, stay warped. Stay warm.